Welcome to your meditation. This is your time to touch base with yourself, with your higher self, with your guides, so you can just slowly close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths in, telling the body that it is safe for you to connect, to let go of the day, let go of the week, and let go of the month and the year. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. Thank you for choosing me to take part of this beautiful journey called life. Hello to all the followers that's been here from the beginning. Ready, you can open your eyes, look at the decks and see which one attracts you the most. Could be the writings on the card, could be the colors, could be the positions, could be the cards underneath. It's usually a gentle nudge. You could be drawn to more than one card or one pile. It's absolutely normal. There might be messages in both. Remember, your guiding system is the only system you should be listening to, honoring it. So only take what resonates. Let's begin. Hello humans, welcome to your bi-weekly tarot pick a card reading. This is good for the next 2 weeks. Doesn't matter when you're watching this. Energy has no boundaries. So if you're watching this right now and it's not the day that I recorded it, it doesn't matter. There's probably a message in it for you. It's probably why you fell on this video in the first place. So, my beautiful group ones, you have chosen Death is my homie. Death is divine. And before we get into the reading, I basically go with the overall energy of the next 2 weeks. So what do we need to know? And then where is it all going? And then I finish off with some oracles, okay? So this does have a message. We'll read it towards the end of the reading. So we'll start right away with the overall energy. Yeah, the 10 of Pentacles. This is like, oh my God, this is, you cannot have, I mean, there's a couple of other cards I could think of, but you can't really have a better card than the 10 of Pentacles for the overall energy of the next 2 weeks. So the 10 of Pentacles is all about your heart's desires. Everything that you've worked for is leading up to this accomplishment, this fulfillment, this awareness and wisdom that you've gained along the way. It's usually an abundance card too. Pentacles is about abundance, everything abundance, so it doesn't have to be necessarily material. Although the Pentacles, the suit per se, is technically more material driven. That energy force is more material based, but it doesn't have to be limited to that, right? There's a lot of different types of abundance. So the original 10 of Pentacles is usually a man, an older man, sitting and watching this younger couple. So it's usually a sense of nostalgia too. So for you, I feel like there's a lot of inner work that has been done. I'm saying that because there is a moon, a crescent moon, and an animal howling over here in the picture in the background. So I feel like you've been really, really doing or taking extra steps into uncovering your limited patterns, your limited behaviors. You've been doing the extra work and the extra steps to kind of change the programming system that has been running on overdrive and it's been running on reflexes right now. And you will start seeing the fruits of that labor in the next 2 weeks. Like, this is the ultimate confirmation cards. These next 2 weeks is going to be you basking in the realization that, wow, it's actually working. If you've been working on the law of attraction, or if you've been working on just changing specific habits, this is like your confirmation card. Yes, if that's all you wanted to know today in this reading, this is your yes card. Like, this is your just ultimate just confirmation. Yes, you have been putting in the work and you're going to see the fruits of your labor in the next 2 weeks. That's the overall energy, right? So that's the energy that you will be feeling for the next 2 weeks. It's basically trumps your whole reading right now. And with that said, let's see if there's anything else. I feel like for some of you, there's a lover coming in, or a renewing of love, or a partnership of some kinds. I'm saying that because this man has his hand around this woman's waist. And I'm just feeling all kinds of appreciation and just unconditional feeling of love. Some of you have been debating whether or not to take a road. And I mean, the road that you do end up taking, whether you're afraid of taking it or not, the coast will be clear. So if you're afraid, or you were afraid that there would be some kind of obstacles in the way, this is telling you that there will not be. It's actually going to be very enjoyable. I say that because you have the trees over here. I feel like it's just like this new renowned sense of energy, and maybe even cycle, that you're going to be starting in the next 2 weeks. Okay, what do we need to know? You have the universe, which is the world card, the Two of Cups, which is the spiritual union, and you have truth, which is the judgment card. Actually, let me confirm. Oh, wait, there's one more. And you have triumph and success. We're going to get to these ones. You have triumph and success. Yeah, everything that you've been doing is lead. Oh, wait, you have 2 extra cards. Interesting. You have victory and success, and then you have obstacles and challenges right underneath it. In addition to that, it's reversed. It's the only card here that's in reverse. I feel like whatever obstacles that you've been facing, these next 2 weeks are going to be a piece of cake, or you're already accomplished them, and that's why you're starting a new cycle, and you're going to find this new union, whether it's with a partnership or whether it's with a lover, and you're going to grow out of it. And you're going to grow in a way that will bring you a lot of recognition, but a lot of success. This is a beautiful, just energy that I'm getting here. I'm just going to confirm this truth card. I'm pretty sure it's the judgment. Yeah, exactly. The 20 is the judgment card. So let's see if there's anything else here that I need to pick up. I feel like there's something that you're letting go of finally. I'm saying that because my eyes are attracted to these long, kind of scarf-like figures that are just dangling down. I'm getting this sense of release, relief. You're just letting shit go in the next 2 weeks. I feel like there's a spiritual union. Maybe I feel like there was a spiritual union that was with someone, and you thought this is the spiritual union that you were going to encounter, but finally you're realizing, or you will be starting to realize, that the spiritual union here will be you with your higher self. Because this spiritual union, and I mentioned that it could be, and that still applies, I still believe that some of you will be finding this mate that you've been looking for, or this perfect partner that you've been inquiring about and that you've been wanting to, like a business partner that you've been wanting to start something with, something very important, dear to your heart. Or just, it could also be a friendship, but I'm feeling it's something that goes a little deeper than that. But for most of you, it will be your spiritual union with yourself, with your higher self, with this being that you've been trying to connect with, your ultimate beautiful version of yourself, the one that you've been trying to connect with for a very long time. And you're definitely finishing a cycle. You're moving forward. There's a new path, a new cycle that's opening up, and it's going to be amazing. Where is this all going? So you'll have another Two of Cups here. This one is in reverse, but we'll see how that plays out. And then you have the Five of Swords and the Two of Wands. And then we'll get to the Oracle cards. Well, it's definitely, whatever you're heading, whatever path you're taking, it's definitely going to lead you to abundance. I say that, I know, because everything's in reverse. You're probably thinking like, how am I getting that information? The first thing that I saw with this card, the ultimate card, the last card, was the pomegranates over here. Pomegranates are symbols of abundance, right? Because there's so many seeds in one pomegranate. And you'll actually see that symbolism a little bit everywhere in the tarot cards. So the fact that my eyes, that's the first thing that I saw, for me is a confirmation. Whatever path you've been led towards, the one that you've been kind of seeing opening up for you, and or if you will be seeing in the next 2 weeks, will lead you to a lot of abundance. And that doesn't limit to material abundance, right? It could be spiritual abundance. It could be emotional abundance. It could be physical abundance. But overall, it will be abundance of all kinds. I feel like it will entice some jealousy. I feel like there's some people that are kind of going to show their true colors, and the only thing I could say for that is do not give in to the temptation of arguing or throwing information back in people's faces, or just don't get emotionally involved. These are people who are just not really good with themselves. So when they see the happiness of others, they kind of wish they had that as well. So if you can just show compassion, I feel like it would go a long way. The fact that we have the spiritual union in reverse with this new spiritual union, to me, it's telling me that, yes, okay, you'll be finding the spiritual union, whether it's with yourself or somebody else, but specifically if it's with somebody else, it's going to cause ruptures in other collaborations or partnerships, or maybe even within work. You might be finding a new job, and that therefore will cause a rupture in the current job that you're in, for example. Or you might find, a new group of people, community that you just vibe with better, resonate better with, but that means you'll have to let go of the old communities that you've been resonating, and that might cause a slight little rupture, but one that will lead to something better, right? Because that's what you've been doing. You've been changing your energy, changing your perspective, changing your flow, and that is creating beautiful energy for you, which is already happening, as you can see with what we already know. And where is this all going? Okay, it's gonna create a little bit of chaos, but that's only because it's kind of necessary, right? You need to let go of the old, and some people are just not ready to do that. And I feel like you're going to see people's true colors when you start doing that. And you don't have to do this in a matter that's like, oh, well, we're not going to see each other anymore. You can just slowly whine off, right? Or you can go the strategy of being like so boring when you're around these people that they don't even, bother with you anymore. And vice versa with work too, right? If you start, you don't want to give them the upper hand by not being productive, but just slowly, planting the seeds of, hey, I don't know if I am resonating here very well, or just opening up that conversation, right? Allowing them. Don't put any hidden surprises if you do end up changing jobs. Try to keep it as civil and as humble. Try to stay as humble as possible. Also, I feel like that might go a long way for you. Let's see. So your oracles are: overrate your intuition. What does your soul say? To me, this is saying that everything you've been feeling, everything you've been doing is correct. Even the stuff that maybe you've made a mistake, maybe you were meant to make those mistakes so you could be led to a different path, led in a different way. And that's specifically with the overrate your intuition. But what does your soul say? I feel like this is the time for you to listen to your soul. Start asking those questions. What do I want? How do I want it? And the things or the paths will clear up for you in a very, not provocative, but in a very clear way. We'll read also some of the information in the guidebook. So overrate your intuition. Overrate your intuition. Every single time this cheeky crystal ball is winking at you, it's saying you already know the answer. Quiet your mind and listen for the nudges of your soul. It is speaking to you, and it's time to pay attention to your gut reactions, hunches, and best guesses. When you tune in to the language of metaphor and dreams, you will notice the subtle signs that are consciously directing you, and your unconscious mind has some potent messages for you right now. If you run into an old friend or make a serendipitous connection with someone, it is meant to be noticed. If something feels untrue, it is meant to be noticed. There are no coincidences at the moment, and your intuition is a powerful tool that is becoming even stronger. Bask in the knowledge that whatever you do next will be exactly right for you, as long as you check in with your heart and decide what feels good and what feels off. If something feels right, you won't be disappointed by the experience it provides. Here are some questions you can contemplate. What are your personal indications that your intuition is speaking to you? Where do you feel it in the body? What does a yes feel like, and what does a no feel like? Can you think of a time that you chose not to trust your intuition and learned how powerful it actually was as a result? And for what does your soul say? Right on it. Your soul knows. It always does. Take some time to tune in and journal, meditate, listen, and translate. You already know what you want, so go for it. If you desire a specific future for yourself, it's because it is 100% possible for you to achieve it. Your desire is an indicator of what you can achieve when you set your heart and mind to it. It's time to go get that dangling carrot you've been dreaming about, and to ask yourself why you've been hesitating. What's stopping you from building the life you crave? This card indicates success at the end of a long journey. Yay. Take what everyone else wants out of the equation, because this is all about what you want. Right now, you need to be a little bit greedy, a little bit egocentric, more than a tiny bit focused on your needs. It's okay. You spend so much time focused on everyone else that you may need to tune in all out. You may need to tune it all out for a few hours in order to really tune into yourself. When you listen to the whispers of your beautiful soul, what does it say to your heart? These are the questions. Are you focusing on the positive and what you have, or are you focusing on what you don't have? Are you busy with hard work, or are you doing easy work that you love? Are you running away from a life that you don't want, or are you running towards a dream that you do want? What's your primary motivation? What say your soul? What say you, soul? And reading this, where it needs to go also implies, like what the book says, take whatever everybody else wants out of the equation. I feel like you're somebody that has been doing a lot for other people because, oh, but what is this person going to say? Oh, I feel bad. I don't want to let go. They need my help. At the end of the day, your energy is where you put your energy is a lot more important than even like a resource, money. Time is more precious than money. And what you decide to do with that time will dictate your future. So if you are focused on what everybody else's might think or everybody else's problem, you'll never go where you want to go. And being very clear on what you want, I feel, will help you decide the things you will do with your time, right? It doesn't matter if other people at this moment are missing employees, for example. What's important is, well, is this moving you forward towards where you want to go? And if it's not, then it's not worth you staying there. And if you stay there just because you're afraid or you don't want them to be in the hole, you might not even be doing them a favor, because you're going to be there, but you're not going to do your 150%. You understand what I mean? It's a lose-lose situation for a big part. So death is my homie, death is divine. If you lived each day as if it were your last, how would your experience change? You probably wouldn't complain about the weather, whine about your job, or think things like, why can't I just catch a break? Instead, you'd be out raging in your undies in the middle of this rainstorm, climbing up an apple tree, shedding tears to the beauty of the natural world. You'd be yelling cowabunga as you swing down from a branch into a puddle of glorious mud, the elixir of earth. You wouldn't be resentful or entitled. You'd be appreciative and full of love. The closer you hang to your homie, death, the more your moments come alive. I feel like there's a theme with these oracles. It's really time for you to set out on the things that you want to accomplish, that you want to do. And that first things first need to be clear. What do you want? And if you already know what you want, go for it. Take the baby steps, whatever that may be, whether it's just researching, whether it's just saying no to one person, whether it's meditating. Just take that one first step. And if you don't know what you want, start asking yourself that question. What do I want? That's all I have for you today, my group ones. Let me know if this has resonated at all. Thank you again for your beautiful energy, for allowing me to read your energy and allowing me to take part of this beautiful journey of yours called life. We'll talk to you very soon. Ciao. Hello, Group 2s. Welcome to your bi-weekly Tarot Pick a Card reading with yours truly, Katarina Lookin. That's me. And this is good for the next 2 weeks. Doesn't matter when you're watching this. If you've stumbled upon this right now, it's probably because there's a message in it for you. Hello to everybody that is new to my channel. Thank you for allowing me to take part of this incredible journey called life with you. And hello to everybody that's been following me to date. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Let's get started. So you guys have chosen the pile that says, I rock out to knock my blocks out. And there's a message behind it. We'll incorporate it and we will read it towards the end. So how I operate, I have the overall energy of the next 2 weeks. Then I have what we need to know and where is it all going. And I finish off with some oracle cards. So let's do this right away. You have the Ace of Pentacles. That is a beautiful card for the overall energy because it's like a new beginning. So there's something new that's going to be starting. You have this kind of energy that's hovering. So something new, a new potential, maybe a job opportunity, whatever it is, something's going to fall through and it's going to bring you and propel you forward into a new cycle of life. Aces are always new beginnings, and the ones of Pentacles is specifically for the material world. So maybe a project is going to fall through. Maybe there's going to be many projects, but one in particular is actually going to be propelled. I'm kind of getting in the sense that you are heading in a direction that you didn't know if you were going to go towards, but with this cycle that is now commencing, is going to be the right opportunity, the right next step. And I'm like super excited for you. There will be some obstacles, or you're afraid of obstacles, whatever they may be. It's worth the fight. It's worth moving forward with. It could be even love related because I'm seeing these roses over here. So a new opportunity maybe in something that you've been passionate about. All I know is that it's time to move forward with this idea, with this project, with this new job, new endeavor, whatever opportunity this may be. It's time to move forward with it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you will know what I'm talking about in the next 2 weeks, because it's the overall energy. There's something that's going to spark some kind of new opportunity. Let's see what we need to know. Definitely something that you've been passionate about, because you have the solar plexus chakra. So this is something that kind of helps you express yourself. This is something that you've been... Oh, sorry. The solar plexus chakra. I was on the impression it was the sacral chakra. Look how it's very similar too. You have the sun by your side. So this is something that's gonna... Maybe one of the obstacles is you having confidence in yourself, you having confidence in your art, you having confidence in your abilities to move forward, or your abilities to actually... just your ability to actually do whatever you're set out to do, whatever your passions are telling you to do. You have financial and material changes, fertility, and then moving on in reversed. We'll keep this for a little bit later. So there's definitely something new. This is the Empress energy. So there was something that you have planted and now it's coming to fruition. This might cause you another like blockage, or another kind of road in a block or mountain, as we see here. Might be that your finances and your spendings might need to change in some ways. Like, yes, this is a new business opportunity, but with every business there's usually a stalemate. There's usually like you invest a lot of energy, a lot of money, and therefore before you actually see that income, your finances will be shaken a little bit. Another block road, or a block in the road, is that you're not moving forward or leaving something behind. You're afraid of leaving something behind to actually start this new endeavor. Maybe express yourself in a way with confidence and courage. There's a reluctancy. There is a what's the word I'm looking for? There is a resistance in moving away from certain cups that have fallen or that are just not in your best interest right now. Now, where is this all going? Let's see. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Wands. We'll check this after. Nine of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, definitely watch your spending in the next 2 weeks. Like, I feel like the only thing that will be hard for you is this new financial just process that you'll be going through. It might keep you up at night. We see that with the Nine of Swords. And I kind of feel like you have this bias in becoming this beggar. You're afraid of becoming this beggar that just needs money to survive or to move forward or to feed their family maybe. And you do not want to become this person. But just remember, everything is an exchange of energy. You don't have to become that beggar. You can just find solutions into exchanging, right? I feel like whatever is happening is just helping you to stop being so compulsive. You have a maybe tendency of moving forward faster than maybe you should without actually doing any research. In the next 2 weeks, it's just going to be very important for you to do some research in terms of this new endeavor, this new opportunity, this new plan of yours, and really see how you can budget, right? I feel like there's a lot of potential, and it's just a question of seeing things in a different light. You might be already in this situation and you're already allowing the thoughts of something in the near future keep you up at night. But just remember, these are just thoughts. If you're able to just see in one little different perspective, all will change. Or at least the view of what's going on will change. At the end of the day, everything is abundant. There is abundance everywhere if we choose to see it, right? There's abundance in the tree where apples could grow, or a plot of land where you can grow something to eat, or anything you touch could be something you can sell, right? Or exchange in some ways. And I feel like it's just a question of a mindset more than anything. I feel like you're just afraid to ask for help, but in reality, this help will move you forward and help you help others. You can't just be the one giving all the time. I feel like you have this energy of wanting to give, and then when it's time for others to give to you, you kind of like push it away. Oh no, it's okay, you don't have to. No. But at the end of the day, every time you refuse help from someone, it's almost like you're saying, I refuse the help from the universe. This is a universe that might be guiding and helping, propelling you into whatever financial or independent aid that you might need. And by refusing it, you're saying, no, I'm not worthy enough for that. No, I don't deserve this. Or no, I refuse the abundance that's being given to me. You're not saying it in those words, but the actions speak louder than these words and are saying that in some ways. Yeah, so for you, you have a new endeavor. You have a new beginning. It's going to be a little scary, but if you move with courage and if you actually do research and let go of the stuff that no longer serves you, I feel like it will be very prominent. Like something beautiful is going to grow out of it. Allow people to help you, because where this is all going is you learning how to exchange and how to actually exchange energies in an equal way, right? That's what the Six of Pentacles is all about. Yes, is balance over here. It's also helping you to learn not to be so impulsive, not to be so reactive, specifically upon your fears, and learning how to let go of thoughts that no longer serves you too, especially in this endeavor, allowing your courage to trump your fears. Let's see what your oracles have to say. This one says, fill your cup with sacred giggles. Like, have fun with everything you're doing. I feel like most of you are so worried that you forget to have fun and enjoy life. Like, enjoy what's right in front of you, right? I feel like a lot of you have been working so hard and are afraid, just afraid to lose everything you worked so hard for, but you're not happy there anyways. Let me know if this makes any sense or if this resonates at all. 21. Completion, the end of a cycle, closure, celebrating a job well done, accomplishment, well-deserving success, being proud of your work, travel, limitless options opening up. Yep, giggles, childlike. Wait, let me say it again. Yep, giggles, childlike maybe, but they're deep magic to be tapped into here. So give them space to bubble up. You're entering a time of completion as a goal you have been working on and coming to a joyous and prosperous end. This huge accomplishment will have massive implications moving forward, and the whole world is opening up for you now. Go you. Dip your cup into the well of sacred giggles and drink up. It's time to revel in the afterglow of closure and success, and know that you deserve all the joyful prosperity that is coming your way. There is infinite potential on the horizons, so take time to do your success dance and to thank spirit for getting you this far. This is not a time to play small and act as if it were nothing. Be proud of your accomplishments, as this is a time to say, heck yes, that was massive and I rocked it. Accept the celebratory love wholeheartedly and keep your eyes on the horizon for much more of this energy as you ascend anew. Here are some questions that you can contemplate. Look back on the past few years and notice how far you've come. What have you accomplished? What is the most important thing you've learned? You may feel called to travel. This card says it's possible. How can you build your dream in a way that will also bring that travel aspiration to life? So I'm feeling like for some of you, with this not moving forward, you're kind of afraid of letting go of the old version of yourself, and therefore the old people that were attached to this old version of yourself. And this is what's been keeping you up at night as well. I feel like you've been working hard, and like the card says, look at how far you've come. And I feel like a lot of you are still kind of dwelling, or more importantly, grieving the past, or past situations, or past people. You feel like these people were still meant to stay in your life, but in some ways you know that they weren't in it for your best interests. So are you able to let go, to move forward, right? Because that's the only thing kind of stopping you in terms of a new perspective, kind of seeing things for what they were, if that makes sense. And I rock out to knock my blocks out. When you get stuck at a creative roadblock, move your sexy body and get your juices flowing. Creating motion in your body releases emotional blocks that may halt your progress. Blast your favorite music and wiggle those booty cheeks. Bust out your neon headband and yoga mat and stretch out your meat suits. Jump your partner's bones and get your boogie on. When you rock the fuck out, you knock your creative blocks out. Shake, rattle, and roll. Well, that's fun. It kind of goes hand in hand with this sacred giggles. just have fun with it. And if you feel like you're blocked, if you feel like something's been bothering you, especially emotionally, if it's been on your chest or in your head, it's been keeping you up at night, just move your body in a way that helps the sacred giggles flow, right? Laughter is the best therapy for letting and releasing. If you're able to crack a joke in something that's super serious, I mean, comedians do it the best. If you can do that, just, there was a therapist that said if you're not even able to get out of bed just to go for a walk, just wiggle in your bed, and at the least you'll have fun and you'll actually start laughing. So just wiggle in your bed and see what comes up, see the release, feel the release. And if you can go that extra mile, dance it off. Dancing is another free therapy that everybody have access to, at least most people have access to. And if you can just do that, or just wiggle, or just bob your head, it's going to change the vibrational frequency that is inside you, inside the worries. You know, if you're laughing, it's harder to worry about something when you're like, it's harder to worry about something if you're laughing on the same time, right? Try it. Try laughing and worrying about something. It's kind of hard, but I mean, really, like belly laughs, right? And that is all I have for you, my group twos. Let me know if this has resonated in the comment section. Thank you so much again. Thank you to all the new arrivals. Thank you to the old guard that has been supporting me from the beginning. You guys are so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you guys very soon. Ciao. Hello group threes, welcome to bi-weekly tarot pick a card reading for the next 2 weeks. So these are good from starting the time you watch it up until the next 2 weeks. Was there anything else I was going to say with that? No, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're watching this in a different time frame, like in a different place and time from when I'm recording it, because energy doesn't have any boundaries, right? So the way I operate also is I take the overall energy of the next 2 weeks, what we need to know, and where is it all going. So you guys have chosen the I am so effing excited right now. There is a message in the back. We will incorporate that and we will read it later. We're going to start with the overall energy. So your overall energy is the Four of Wands in reverse. So the Four of Wands, generally speaking, upright is celebration, is having fun, is getting together with like-minded people. For you, during the next 2 weeks, because it's the reverse, I almost want to say it's time to refrain from going out. It's time to start saying no to certain situations, or just going out in general. I feel like there's internal work that needs to be done, but more specifically, focus on your business. I feel like a lot of it might be a distraction these next 2 weeks, and if you really want to move forward and propel into the business that you want to propel into, it's time to start saying no to specific situations or specific people that at the moment are not in alignment, or the events are just not in alignment with what you want to do, where you want to go in life. Specifically related to business, but it could also be friendship wise. It could be maybe you want to change a habit and going to certain events or certain places, accepting these will not actually provide you or help these habits, right? If you want to stop drinking, stop being around people who are drinking, right? That's like number one. This is 101. If changing a habit, it's one of the best things that you can do in terms of changing a habit, is that you remove it completely, or you just make it extremely, extremely, extremely hard to actually acquire or obtain or do, right? Like if you don't want to watch TV, put your TV inside a closet, right? If you really, really, like, you only take it out when you really, truly want to watch, let's say, whatever you want to watch, or you only take it out when you absolutely know what you're going to watch as well, right? You're not going to take it out and you don't know. This is like one of the ways of changing a habit. It's making it harder for yourself. What do we need to know? Oh yes, for some of you, it's all about rest. It's all about deep rest. You've been doing a lot, or you've been working, or you've been partying a lot, or you've been just connecting a lot, and now it's time to start getting some of that sleep back, right? So the Four of Swords, you have prosperity begins over here, which is the Ace of Material, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then you have Harmony, which is the Lovers, and you have Memories of Love, which is the Six of Cups. So yeah, for most of you, this deep rest is very important, because I feel like there's a big decision that needs to be made. Big decision for some of you, and some of you is just a renewed in love. Maybe it's self-love, maybe it's another love, like a physical love, maybe somebody. Could be a partnership of some kind, because you do have the prosperity begins, the Ace of Pentacles. So for you, it's really important to sleep so you can start this new endeavor, start this new abundance journey. And the rest will be very important, because I feel like there's still a lot of memories of love. Is like this nostalgic way of doing things, and it's in reverse, so it's kind of been keeping you in limbo. It's like you have this big business opportunity, big opportunity to move forward, things that you've been wanting to do, things that are dear in your heart with the Lover's card, and certain memories have been holding you back, right? Let's say, oh, you've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but you've been having these, oh wow, look at that, there is a ladybug that just stopped by on the window. So Lady Luck is on your side, and it's really a question of moving forward and resting enough to see these opportunities if they haven't arrived yet. But because this is what we need to know, I feel like these opportunities has come, and it's just a question of letting go of an old version of yourself, or sometimes nostalgia, if you stay there for too long, it actually hinders, it just keeps us stuck. So for you, I feel like it's time to honor what was, appreciate what is, and move forward with what will be. So the example that I was basically going with is that you want to be an entrepreneur, but you have this idea of wanting to be a mother or father, and you just don't know if you'll have enough time to actually accommodate the work that needs to be made. But on the same time, trust yourself enough that you will be able to do or have it all. But one thing is for sure, it's time to take a step, take actions towards something. Because sometimes just not making a decision is making a decision, and this could be what could be keeping you in limbo as well. Let's see where this is all going. You have the Fool card, which is all about taking a leap of faith, act the fool, go with you guys have a big opportunity here with this Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles, and the Lovers, the Harmony card. And yes, it's going to be a little tough, because you're going to need to find that balance. You're going to need to stop going out, spending maybe as much, or being with people that are not in it, or just not in alignment with you, or maybe they are, and it's just like they've already made it and you just need to work a little more so you can be at their level. And that will need for you to just say no sometimes, right? Focusing on the apprenticeship, this opportunity that you got, right? You have the Fool, and then you have the Three of Pentacles, and then you have the Page of Wands in reverse. I think a message that I'm getting also is like, stop acting like a child. Maybe these memories, and I don't mean that in don't take it personally, it's just what came out, what phrase that came out. It's more in a sense, I think, of the memories of love. To me, like the Page of Wands could be this very childish behavior when it's in reverse, because it's usually depicted as a young being, and usually it's very curious and passionate, but one being very fiery spirit, it being in reverse could act in impulsivity or childish behavior. So where this is all going, it's kind of like you learning from these impulses or these childlike behaviors or thoughts, specifically driven by specific memories, right? Or like I was saying, habits that no longer serve you. And for you, it's like to really take the leap of faith, take the jump. I don't know what's being offered to you, but do it. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a proposal, a business proposal, whether it's starting your own business, whatever it is, do it. Because right now is the time for you to work on your craft. You taking this leap of faith will entice you in working in the craft that you've been wanting to work in. And I feel like it's going to, especially like saying no to things, taking the rest that you need, this impulsivity, since you're not, if we're always doing stuff and we're always going out and doing things, we're not in a state of emotional, physical, and mental harmony. So this childlike behavior has more tendency of coming out, right? Let's see what the oracles have to say. The now and prosperity, sisters, are happiness and joy. Very interesting. Maybe some of you have been going out and doing things just out of duty and not out of pleasure. So this is where you're being drained, and this is maybe where you needed to say no, and very important for you to say no, so you can actually start doing and taking actions towards things that actually you do want to do, that bring you joy, bring you enjoyment and happiness. The now is literally you being present. And one way of doing that is taking pauses, literally not doing anything, being still with yourself, being bored. Actually, one way for ideas to come forward is literally being bored. We tend to distract ourselves. Maybe that's what you've been doing. You've been distracting yourself with events and things and people. But being bored with yourself is very, very important to actually know what we want, to actually figure out stuff about ourselves. This is where the work is done. What you do really want. I don't know, but this memory of love, these nostalgic memories that you have, it's time to say goodbye to them. Like, you see, he's offering this candle. These are usually offerings. We usually, in my culture, we light up a candle for the deceased. It's time to light up candles for saying goodbye to some of these memories, saying thank you, you have served me for what it was, and it's time to let them go. I feel like you're stuck in this nostalgic pattern. And it's time to move forward, and therefore, because you're stuck in this nostalgic pattern, your childish behaviors are coming out. They're subconscious, but they're coming out because you're no longer balanced. You're not resting, you're not being alone with yourself, you're being distracted. And then you're not focusing and working on the craft that you do want to work on, right? Taking the right steps, or not necessarily right or bad, or right or wrong, but taking the steps towards you accomplishing what you want to do in life. And I feel like some of you is spirituality. You've been wanting, let's say, for example, start giving readings, astrological readings. That's something that you would love to do, but you're not taking action or working towards those steps. So you're just in this loop, right? So 47. The now. Time is always on your side. The universe has brought you right here, right now. So be here now. Nothing else is tangible. You cannot change the past, and you can only change the future by making changes today. What did I just say? Literally, word for word, almost. Your now is always the only moment when you can actively inspire change. So go ahead and hunker down and take a moment to enjoy a few full deep breaths. Notice the wonderful life you have already started creating. Yes. And trust that you have all the time you need. When you stop seeing time as something to work against, change. When you stop seeing time as something to work against, change can happen in the blink of an eye. Things shift quickly when you are aligned with the divine. Your miracle will flow into your life in perfect arrangement, so begin to act in a way that shows trust in its arrival. Bathe your present day in the experience of your success instead of looking to the far off future to finally realize your dreams. Here are some questions you can contemplate. What's going on right now for you with time? This card in your spread indicates that there is an imbalance. Are you always running late or always feeling the pressure to speed up your life? Are you hoping for more time and feeling a lack of it? How is your relationship with time or to time? If you started paying attention to if you started paying attention to the now, how would your life improve? What can you do to support divine timing and to notice a lot more of your presence? Also, for some of you, I feel like breath work would help. Maybe some of you are already doing it or practicing it. For those who are not, look into that. I feel like that might help with some of the release, some of the letting go of the memories. I don't know why that came up. There was a phrase that kind of made me think of that. 36. Prosperity, sisters, or happiness and joy. Sisters, brothers, siblinghood. Are you tapping into it? Have you found your place in a supportive community of like-minded explorers? Are you having face-to-face interactions with souls that make you a better person and with people who help you share your gifts? Find a community of cheerleaders who will help lift you up and launch you out. Right now, doubling up on your exposure to other people's positivity online and in person will quintuple your results. You may be underestimating the power of connection of the journey. Do it for the friendship. Do it for the experimentation. Take logic out of the equation. And do it for take logic of the out of the equation, gasp, it says, and do it for the sheer joy of just being with high vibrational peeps. Go deeper with others. Risk cracking wide open and allowing some of your hidden brilliance to escape into the room. Trust prosperity comes with happiness, joy, health, wealth, and blank. Go ahead and add your own non-negotiables. It's time to stay rooted in communal happiness and joy while you are taking the steps to build your dreams. Your dream. Are you running after an abundance of wealth and financial success without paying as much attention to the other sisters? How can you let go of any success shames you're feeling? How can you remember that it's totally okay to be exactly where you are right now, financially, or you can even add lifestylely, or maybe you thought you'd be in a relationship with kids, that too. Happiness and joy are the keys to bringing your dream to life. Where can you add more of them into your day? How can you move your focus from what you don't have in order to focus on what you do have? This kind of goes back to, maybe spending less time with people that do not help you move forward with this, and start spending time with people who do want to help you accomplish all your goals and all your achievements, right? I am so effing excited right now. And it says, the experience of life isn't about achieving distant desires in relationship to the future, chasing a bucket list, or thinking there are things that you'd better go do before you die is not a solution. When you focus on attempts to achieve special experiences, you miss the actual experience of living. The key is in loving the little things as much as the big ones. Real happiness is being able to bring the same excitement, love, and compassion to the dinner table every night as you can to your next vacation. How fucking exciting are you to take that next sip of water? Wow, I think this message was meant for me. You know, this is something that a lot of people are going through, me included. We always think that our success is by the trophies we can show, or by the things, and trophies I mean like family, relationship, or house, car, and all that. But at the end of the day, these people, you can have everything and they're still unhappy, right? So how excited are you for just sipping the next sip of water? Like, that hit me hard. That to me is super important and super profound. If you're able to be excited just for the next sip of water or the next step that you're going to take, imagine how exciting it will be when you actually get to the place that you have or you wanted to go. It won't even matter anymore if you got the house that you wanted, because you've been enjoying the ride, you've been enjoying the just human experience. And that in itself is amazing, because you're not dependent on the thing anymore. You're just enjoying life. You're just enjoying the journey. And I feel like by you realizing this, by all of us realizing this, we're not going to be tempted into going with people that doesn't spark us out of duty. I feel like that's where you're heading, and I feel like that's what all this message is telling you, or helping you head towards, specifically with this overall energy, right? It's time for you to start getting excited for the one step that you're taking every single day that is helping you or moving you towards the best version of yourself, or this new endeavor, this Ace of Pentacles, this passion that you have towards this, I don't know, this new job, new relationship, new journey that you want to take, and enjoying it like the fool would, right? That was pretty heavy stuff. I think this was like the heaviest group that I've had out of all three. I don't know why I got like group 2. Maybe you were contemplating and having both, being attracted to both groups. Maybe check it out. There might be an extra message in there for you. Maybe not everything. It could be just one particular phrase or word. But that's all I have for you for my group 3s. I'm gonna thank you. We're gonna stop this here. I think that's a lot of information. Thank you so much for having me take part in this incredible journey of yours called life, helping you, guiding you as best as I could on this platform. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like, and we'll see each other very soon. Enjoy. Have a beautiful and blessed day, guys. Ciao.